meeting to the presiding officer for this meeting, Toastmaster Dipti. Over to you, Toastmaster Dipti.
Thank you so much, Megha, for that warm start to a beautiful day. And yes, this day today will give us all an adrenaline rush because we have our Division G1 area contest happening right now in Gurugram. And yes, we have not one, not two, but four people participating from our club area level. The very best of luck to Toastmaster Monica, to Toastmaster Charu Vashishta, to Toastmaster Alokita, who's flown all the way from Mumbai for the area level contest, and our very own Toastmaster Mohit. Yes, let's just hope they rock it, they stay themselves, and give their best shot. That was the first announcement that I wanted to declare out loud. The second one is also related to contests, which is Area F1 contest for storytellers. Well, for the new guests and members, you'll slowly understand how these different clubs are divided into areas, divisions, or districts. For today, just understand that they are the rock solid people from our clubs, and they are representing our clubs in the next level of competition. So next Saturday, 8th March, we have the area contest for storytellers, and we will have three participants from our clubs yet again there. This time, Toastmaster Diptendu, Toastmaster Seema Gupta, and Toastmaster Deepti will be representing the clubs in the area level contest. That was the second announcement. Third, and a very interesting announcement is about Oration, the annual conference of Toastmasters. Well, it happens in the Delhi NCR region, and you can register for the conference. It is usually 3 days, 2 nights, 3 days. Stay at a five-star hotel. The property is Le Méridien, Gurgaon this time. And it's a beautiful experience. They invite people from outside, and just not any people. They invite people who have already, stood on the stage of World Championship of Public Speaking, who they've made their name in the Charter of Public Speaking. One of the guests that I got to hear and has already been unveiled is Toastmaster Craig Valentine. All of you can Google his name, look at his speeches. He's an excellent speaker, and he's going to come deliver a keynote, specially at our conference. There are two more guests that we're excited to know about. The names have not yet been unveiled, and we're waiting for the event chair to share those names. But if you've not attended Oration before, uh, do register and attend. A couple of us have already registered. Um, it's a great experience to be in. Um, Last not the least is a welcome note to our new members. We have not one, not two, but three new members who will be joining us in the meeting today. We'll welcome Toastmaster Vinod Sharma, Toastmaster Rohit Kuchal, and Toastmaster Hemant Singh in our meeting today. Well, they are brand new babies for our clubs, and we are really excited to have them on board. With that, let me look out and search for the guests today. Who do we have in the guest list today? Oh, we have Toastmaster Vanna Bagaria. Welcome to our meeting, Vanna. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dipti, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning. And Vanna, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've met online in the
Yes,
Hindi Toastmasters Club.
yes. I'm in Hindi and Kolkata Bilingual Toastmasters Club.
Awesome, awesome. So see people, we have an exclusive Hindi Toastmasters Club, and I remember from my experience that every time I that club meeting to the Hindi All India Radio. It is just so mesmerizing. Thank you for joining us today, Vanna. I also see Suraj Sen. Hi, Suraj. Okay, no problem. So you're possibly with your headphones on. That means you're fully focusing on what we're saying. Thank you. Well, we'll appreciate if you step out during the table topic segment so that you can volunteer and speak at that time, Suraj. All right. And yes, we also see Kapil Verma. Hello, Kapil.
Hello, hi, good morning.
Good morning,
Uh,
Kapil. I know you
Morning.
through Mohit. Yeah. So you've come
Yeah,
as a reference from Mohit. Yeah. Could you just share a brief introduction about yourself? What do you do? And what
mm,
got you interested in Toastmasters?
yeah, thank you very much. And yes, that's correct. I mean, it's through Mohit actually. I'm able to join this meeting. Honestly, I mean, I'm not carrying a lot of things today. I mean, it just like we've been hearing about Toastmaster. I mean, it's a platform for us to kind of come together, talk about a lot of things. And honestly, I just came to, look around how things progress over here, and
Mm,
maybe in the times to come I see how I can develop myself, my own
absolutely.
communication skills, personality, and all those things to be part of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Kapil. The most difficult step is the first step to take. And I'm so glad to have you here. Um, I hope that our meeting today uh, gives you the kind of exposure and experience that you're looking forward to. And for the rest of it, Mohit is there. So
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'd also like to acknowledge Kiran Khanna. She is my mum, and occasionally she drops in to hear all of us speak. Um, would you want to say hello, Kiranji? Okay, probably at a later time. No problems. And it always makes me feel humble and proud at the same time to see her on the joining list. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to now pass on the baton from being a presiding officer to the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster theme that we have today is Ask Me Anything About Toastmasters. But before we get into you asking me anything about Toastmasters, let me tell you what I know about Toastmasters. We'll first begin with a basic orientation PPT, a presentation. Allow me a moment so that I can share my screen. And I wanted to basically play this PPT because it tells us the basics of Toastmasters in simple ways. Okay, I open the PPT and okay, I see share. Looks like I will need more rights to share my screen. Yes. The title of the presentation says Why Toastmasters, but I feel that it is more about what is Toastmasters. So let us enjoy the PPT. All right. Hope you enjoyed the music while you were looking at the PPT. Okay. So, quick question here. What did you gather from the PPT? Anybody who is new? Any one takeaway that you gathered from the PPT? I just want to ensure that you guys were active listeners and viewers.
I think the first thing which I could see out there is like, apart from public speaking, which we all probably know, but it's more around the leadership skills as well, like driving, kind of the gatherings, people, agendas. So through that way, probably developing those leadership skills.
Absolutely, Kapil. And uh, I was pondering upon what to cover today. The first thought that occurred to me is that in our corporate ladders, when we become managers, we usually get around 1 to 2 or maybe 5 people to report. Here in Toastmasters, when we join the executive committee, when we become the president, we have at least 8 members who are reporting into us. And as we go up the leadership ladder in Toastmasters, we have clubs reporting into us. Each club
Right.
has around more than 8 members for sure. Okay, so and on an average, sustaining clubs have around 15 members. So when you go up the ladder in Toastmasters, at any given point in time, you have 4 into 15 people reporting into you. So look at the difference of the starting point. That is where you learn the basic leadership skills of delegation, of empathy, and then others which follow.
Right.
Yes, yes, it is totally an obvious place for developing our leadership skills. Well,
Yeah.
anybody else, any experienced Toastmaster who wants to share any key takeaway from the PPT? Deepak, what got from the
Yes,
presentation?
ma'am. So speak with confidence. Speaking in not just the meeting, but in your day-to-day life. In fact, with your family, your friends, the social one, and your office. So
Abs
this is must to have the confidence while you
Absolutely.
speaking.
And oftentimes, we feel that public speaking is all about standing on the stage and delivering a speech, or taking over a prepared presentation in office and speaking or explaining it to your peers, colleagues, or your seniors. No, when you and I speak in our cups of tea, that is public speaking. If you and I meet somebody on the road, a stranger, and you want to ask where a particular address is, you're public speaking. Anytime you're speaking to somebody other than yourself is public speaking. That is what we learn here. So, yes, Deepak, we need to learn to speak with confidence and then, of course, look classy and charismatic the way it calls out in the PPT. And I'd also like to say that the moment you decide to join Toastmasters and appear and show up in the meetings, you already are classy. You are classy from all those who are still thinking and contemplating of whether they want to join a forum or a community like Toastmasters. So you're way ahead. Excellent pickup. Thank you. So now we have covered what is Toastmasters, right? What is it that we can gain out of Toastmasters? Those are the obvious um, benefits that we are deriving, which is about public speaking and leadership. And of course, there's another direct benefit, which is about networking. So when we're getting together in this group, we're getting to know each other. We're basically networking. And we have numerous examples to share of how networking has benefited us. Of course, you'll get to meet people from the same uh, line of work that you are from. So you'll see a lot of chartered accountants, you'll see a lot of student community, you'll see a lot of IT community here. You'll also see a lot of people who are into the domain of coaching, okay, soft skill training, okay. But you'll also see representation from the healthcare facility. Ankan is from healthcare. Colonel Prem is from the armed forces. Kapil is from the banking sector. Right? Seema is a teacher. Right? Megha, what do you do for a living?
I'm a freelancer.
You're a freelancer, and what do you do in freelancing
IT.
work?
I'm a software developer.
You're a software developer. So you see the kind of variety that you get here. And we have students. We have, so Swati, if I'm right, you're preparing for your UPSC exams and college admissions, right?
It's actually CAT. I've been preparing for CAT.
That awesome. So see, you have people with different mindsets, but all of us are focused towards something which holds us or binds us together, and that is to get our message across, to communicate clearly. That is what I do. All right, Seema is a corporate trainer. Awesome. Thank you for correcting me, Seema. I always see you as a beloved teacher. You raised the bar for me. Thank you so much. All right. So you tend to network. You also get to meet lawyers. And when we talk about networking, let me also share an incident which is very close to my heart. So 2 years back, my father-in-law was very unwell, and we needed bottles of blood. Um, Mohit just framed a simple 2-line message and put it up on his WhatsApp status. Request help, need blood for my dad. Blood group, B positive. Who do you think we got the first calls from? Toastmaster friends. And they did not call to say I'm available. They called to ask, where do I have to reach? They fitted their schedules around coming to the hospital and reaching back to their places. That is what I call network. At another time, we needed support or advice from a person who knew or understood law, an advocate. There's a law community here. You'll find people. So Toastmaster Boni, we reached out to him, we spoke with him, and there we were, all sorted and clear. Nishchay hai, to nischint
I'm,
hai.
I'm
Yes,
advocate,
Deepak.
by the way.
So next in line is you, Deepak. We are going to reach out to you in case we need that advice.
Sure,
See
ma'am.
there? Yes, thank you. So that's the kind of network we build at Toastmasters. All right, before we move on further, let me call out the basic structure of any Toastmasters meeting. Any Toastmasters meeting has 3 main segments. The first segment is about prepared speeches. We are waiting for our prepared speaker, Shivendra, to join us very soon. In this segment, Shivendra or the speaker will come with the prepared speech, which matches the objective of his educational pathway. He'll deliver the speech, he'll get an evaluation later in the later segment, and that's how we work around it. The second segment is about impromptu topics, which we fondly call table topics. In this segment, our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Ankan, will give us random topics. We just need to be courageous enough to raise our hand and speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. That's about it. It helps us develop our thinking on the feet skills. And lastly is the most sacred segment to us, which is our evaluation section. Our evaluation section is sacred because that is where we feed on feedback. Today, that is being led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Swati. I'd like to call Swati upon the virtual podium so that she can share what is the general evaluation section all about. Over to you, Swati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. So, Toastmasters, as we all know, is all about learning and growth, and feedback is a very major part of it. So, as general evaluator for the day, my role is to review the whole meeting as a whole, what is going well and what can be done better. But it's a 2 hour long meeting, and evaluating a 2 hour long meeting is not a one person's task. So, I will be taking Toastmaster Lavina's help in that. So, I have my tag team. My tag team has me and one person, Lavina, timer, our counter, and grammarian. So as a timer for the day, my role is to help you all keep a track of the time while speaking, and also to make sure that the entire meeting ends well in time. And time limits are like this. For the prepared speech, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll raise a green card at 5 minutes, a yellow card at 6 minutes, and a red card at 7 minutes. For table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. A green card at 1 minute, 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at 2 minutes. And for speech evaluation, the evaluator has 2 to 3 minutes. A green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3. And for the prepared speech and speech evaluation, we have a margin of 30 seconds at both ends. And I'll raise these cards by changing my background. I'll just show quickly. Just a second. That would be the green card, yellow card, and red card. And next is our counter. The role of our counter will be played by Toastmaster Lavina. Toastmaster Lavina, would you like to come forward and explain your role to all the participants?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Swati. So today I'll be playing the role of an R counter. As an R counter, I would be closely hearing all the speakers and looking for crutch words. Crutch words are unwanted sounds like and repetitive words like so, you know, that, and so words like these take away from the fluency of our speech and diminish the effect or impact that we have on others while speaking. And towards the end of the meeting, in the general evaluation section, I would be sharing the elaborate report with everyone. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Swati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lavina. And the next important pillar of my tag team is grammarian. And that Lavina is playing the role of grammarian as well. So, Lavina, could you please also explain what you would be doing as grammarian for the day?
Yeah, sure. So, as a grammarian, today I would be again listening very closely to everybody speak. And towards the end of the meeting, I would be sharing the not so good usages and the good usages of English language and English grammar. Also, as a grammarian, I would be sharing the word of the day, and that is for today. The word of the day would be unlearn. So, when we are in a setup and a community where we are looking for personal development and Toastmaster being the right place for it, we have to understand that there is a lot of unlearning we need to do, and more than the learning we need to do. So that's how we can use the word unlearn. And I would encourage everyone to try to at least attempt using the words through their speaking time. I would also be sharing the details of the word of the day in the chat over the Zoom. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Swati.
Thank you, Lavina, for very nicely explaining your role, and great pick for the word of the day. I loved it, unlearned. And I really hope we have a great meeting today. And back to you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you so much, Swati and Lavina, for that beautiful explanation and making it clear to us what you guys will be doing in your role as GE. Ideally, in a regular meeting, we start with the prepared speeches after this segment. However, I just received a message from Toastmaster Shivendra. he is caught in an uncanny situation. There's no power backup in their society. So he will be joining us, but probably a little later, is what I see. But that doesn't stop us from taking our meeting forward. Okay? What we will do is we have Ashish with us. And I'm so glad to have Ashish join us today because he's one of the experienced Toastmasters who's been a mentor for our clubs. Um, I see you driving, Ashish. You're wearing a seatbelt. Are you in a safe spot?
Yeah, I'm being driven. So
Okay. All right.
safe on the back seat also I wear safe seatbelt.
Awesome. Awesome. Ashish, I would love to hear from you. What is it that, how long has your Toastmasters journey been?
4.5 years now.
4.5 years now. And what do you do for a living for the benefit of our guests or the uninitiated?
25 years now. Since last about 20 years working for Nestle.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Ashish, in your journey of 4.5 years with Toastmasters, how do you think, or would you want to continue the journey? One. And two, why?
Yeah. So first, let me start Toastmaster Dipti with why and why the hell life brought me here. And as they say, once your why is clear, then the rest of the answers become that much more easier. And my why started when in a boardroom I was asked to introduce myself. Mind you, just introduce myself, and I froze. I could not even utter my own name. Imagine that situation that you can't even say your name to the board of directors. I just couldn't explain myself. And I realized something has to happen. And that's when I started looking for options and joined Toastmasters. Now, of course, from that time to the time now, last nearly 4.5, 5 years. Okay, before telling you that, let me tell you, after 6 months, I was uh, thinking whether to continue for next 3 months, 6 months or not. Okay, first renewal was 3 months, and then I thought one more 6 months, and then after 9 months, I was really thinking that enough, means ho gaya. Like we say, enough is enough, right? But I think God was with me that for some reasons I continued it. And back then, when I started, and even in the early phase, whenever there was my turn to speak, I used to pray that somehow something should happen that my turn does not come. Time run out, my previous speaker overshoots, or something happens that I just don't have to goddamn speak. From that stage fright to the kind of stage delight where now I love to take the stage. I mean, when Toastmaster Dipti gave me this opportunity to speak to all of you, I was so happy that even in a car while driving, I thought of taking this call. I think it's been an incredible journey. In summary, if I have to share with you, I have learned to kind of smile while speaking. Just by the act of smiling, a lot of stress goes away, and it requires a consistent practice. And I don't think I will kind of move away from Toastmaster. To me, I'm a Toastmaster for life, where because I've seen every incremental year, my growth journey is going steps forward. So while in the background you might have heard unwanted music, unwanted filler word for the counter, but to me this journey is not it's not a T20 that over maybe 1 year or 6 months you to make a dramatic difference, but not a dramatic difference. But of course, if you stick to it for a longish period of time, you all will reap a lot of reward. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashish. Yes, I totally hear you. And what you remind me of is how the bamboo tree grows. So it's a popular story from those of you who know it that bamboo for the first 4 or 5 years the bamboo will not grow in the visible area. It will grow in the roots. That is what happens at Toastmasters. We grow in our roots, we hold firm, and then the benefits start showing. That is how we can draw an analogy with what you just said, Ashish. So yes, it is slow, but the progress is there. So every time you show up, you're making a difference to yourself. That is what Toastmasters does to you. Okay, thank you. Um, we will have one more testimonial from another Toastmaster, but after segment, drill and rush with the table topics section. So, Ankan, are you ready?
Thank you, Toastmaster Dipti.
Yes.
So I'll be taking Toastmaster table topic session today, where I'll be giving you some topics to speak, and you have to give impromptu speech on it for 1 to 2 minutes. And why impromptu speaking is important? Because you must have experienced such situation where somebody must have asked you some question and you would have blanked out, or some conversation would have been going on in a group and you were just not able to participate in it. So impromptu speaking will help you to unlearn those habit of shying away and not speaking. So with this, let's begin. Who'll like to volunteer for first topic? Any volunteers?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
Seema.
So, yeah, Toastmaster Seema, your topic is what is now considered classy but used to be very trashy.
What is not considered classy but used to be classic?
What
Well,
is now
I did. Okay, sorry, I thought that was the topic. Yeah,
what
yeah.
is now considered classy but used to
Classy.
be very trashy?
Okay, what is not considered classy? What used to be classy? So, a very warm good morning to one and all. I hope you all are doing great. My dear ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, I believe you all are classy. Yes, the word you used to be classy, but not so classy nowadays. How many of you every day ponder on yourself and wonder, what am I meant to do? What am I supposed to do? Every day, am I living a mechanical life? Or am I doing something for myself? I'm playing so many roles: sister, brother, wife, husband, employees, employer, maybe MDs, maybe whatever role you are playing. Let me tell you my story. My dear folks, ever since I got into the workplace, I realized even though it is school platform or the education domain, people are unable to realize their value system. They forget that ultimate cause and the purpose of every human being is to be honest with thyself, with himself or herself, as well as providing the best services to his or her pupils. Yes, if I talk about teachers, if I talk about trainers, then again, to the people we are serving to. So I have seen myself at a place where I could see others doing wrong. And trust you me, for one moment, even I also thought of doing the same. Because I thought, let's move on. No, everyone is doing, why not do it? Because ultimately we all want to earn, we all want to get progress, we all want to get promotion. Then in the end, I thought to myself and asked this question: what do I want? Do I want to be good in the eyes of the world, principals, HNs, or do I want to be honest and serve the best, even if knowing the world is not at all doing their job? So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, I believe at that time I was classy, and I continued with the theory, or I would say my life funda or purpose or way to deal life with, that is, never used to be only, always be classy. You are yourself and you have to be your best. So ask, are you living the life you want to live? Thank you. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. That was a wonderful anecdote as well. So, moving on to next topic, who's volunteering? Any guest?
Yeah.
Or should I pick one?
Uh, Go ahead. Kapil, would you want to try?
Okay, I was actually trying to avoid, but then I can
We
actually.
put you on the spot. Yes, yes,
All
absolutely.
right. Sure, thank you.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Kapil.
Uncle.
Yeah. So, topic for you is, what is something you have always wanted to try but have been too afraid to?
So that's really good, actually. I mean, I don't know if I can relate it to this meeting. And so, I mean, I'll try to be honest, actually, and try to be more in the presentation mode. So, I think I always had a stage fright. I'll be honest, actually, and I think since childhood, school days, I mean, probably I was the one, people would never notice. They would always, I mean, I'll just go by and they won't know it sometimes. After 6 months, somebody says, "Oh, this person is actually, or this boy is studying in our class." So I used to be that shy person, but as I kind of entered into the corporate, and which is where you have to kind of speak, make yourself felt, make yourself more visible, and I think I had to step out from those shoes of being shy and staying in the corner, and probably try to open my kind of horizon and start to talk a bit more about the things. But I mean, and the role which I'm into is more around the kind of it kind of requires me a bit more to kind of open it further and be able to reach out to wider stakeholders, people, leaders, senior stakeholders, and all those people. So I think and this is honestly a part of the journey. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be an eye opener, probably take me to the next level of my confidence, broaden my horizon, expand my wings, kind of make me feel more free. Because a lot of us, include me, uh, we always feel shy of kind of, the judgments which people around you are going to make it. So, I mean, this is part of my try to kind of step on this level. I mean, it might require a lot of effort at my end as well, and it might result into sometimes you start to feel a little bit low as well, right? Because uh, until you're exposed, until you're kind of free to kind of talk about yourself, right? You always feel that you're the best. But when you get into these territories, you always feel you have a lot to learn and what people are going to think about you. So I think as part of Try, I want to step onto this level, see this kind of entire environment, entire world from a different eye and angle. So this is probably uh, going to be one of my best attempt that I want to go ahead and try for it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kapil. Your impromptu speech is an example in itself why you should try what you are afraid of. So,
Yeah.
moving on. I see Toastmaster Lavina raising her hand. Would you like to go, Toastmaster Lavina? Uh, Toastmaster Lavina? Uh,
Sorry, am I audible?
yeah.
Cool.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, topic for you is, if animals could talk, which would be the most charming?
Uh, Once more, please.
If animals could talk, which would be the most charming?
Okay. Just taking 10-15 minutes. I think I think dinosaurs, and because they're kind of like fictional so far, not exactly fictional, but yeah, everything everything about them is kind of made up. So the thing with the dinosaur is whenever they speak, they make a sound or they speak, they go without pause for a really long time. That's what I have seen in all the movies and Jurassic Park or whatever. So it would be very curious to see them, to actually hear those words, if they could be translated into words, and see, are they having any filler words? Are they having any grammatical errors? Because they just shoot and they go like 2 minutes down the line, and they're still speaking. So that's very curious to me, and I would like them to be, their sounds to be made into words and translated into words. I think that would be a perfect animal to be made into that kind of humanly kind of speeches. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Uncle.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lavina. That was a completely different perspective. I'm sure nobody would have thought of dinosaur in their mind. And so moving on, I see two more hands, Megha Rughani and Vandana Bagaria. So who's ready? Megha, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so your topic is, if you could only take two items with you to a deserted island, what would they be?
Two items to take to a deserted island. First, okay, I'm I'm not such a person who likes desert a lot. So it will be very adventure for me to go over a desert because to me it feels like very hot and sandy, and I really don't like this stuff. So what I would be carrying for me, would be a good first one would be obviously my cell phone, because to communicate with my family or whatever it is, that would be my cell phone. And other one would be some, I don't know what they would be using uh, uh, for some kind of shoes or whatever to walk over the sand. And I would really like to explore how all the rides which are going on over the sand, and all those mm, all those I really it is a very tricky one for me over the desert to go. So I would carry, one is my cell phone and other are the shoes to trek on or whatever, to explore all these sands and to explore the heat or the temperature over there. Uh, that's it for me.
Thank you,
That's
Megha.
awesome.
So moving on, I see Vandana raising her hand. Are you ready, Vandana?
Yes,
Uh,
I'm there.
yeah. So okay, your topic is, if you could switch lives with anyone currently living for an entire day, who would it be?
Switch off or switch on?
Switch lives. If you could switch lives with anyone currently living.
Lives, LIFE.
Yeah, LIVES.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Or should I type?
No, no, it's okay. Thank you. We all are happy in our lives, aren't we? I am very happy. Whatever life I am having now, or whatever struggles I am facing or faced, but it really made me a confident person, a very successful person, I would say. The more struggle we face in our life, the more confident person we become. I stay in Guwahati, Assam. I started my business as PG, paying guest, and I really feel great to say you all that this is the in Guwahati. It was started by me for the first, I would say, though there were many girls hostels, girls PGs, but I have started it first from my home, and then it expanded. And by saying me, so many hostels they have opened, but I'm the most famous one in Guwahati, I will say. I have two girls, my two daughters. I raised them with confidence. I always made it sure that they should not get any difficulties in their life. If they have face any problems, I am always there to help them, not help them. I never allowed any problems to come to them, to touch them. In school also, I have always told them that teachers, they cannot even touch them or scold them. If they do any mistake, the teachers should complain to me, not give any punishment to them. So this type of thinking I have, maybe somewhere I'm wrong, but to their friends also, I always told that they should not be punished in their schools. So I believe if we see others' life, if we want to switch to others' life, we will never be happy. So we should be happy with our lives and we should see the blessings we have with us. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vanna. It was a nice take on the topic. So I am having two more topics. I would like to see two more volunteers. Anyone?
Ankan, you can actually go round robin. We have time because we don't even have the speaker, so everybody can participate.
Okay. So
Yeah.
any
So
more volunteer? Any volunteers?
is Colonel Prem Prakash.
Sir, topic for you. I may consider this to be a bit difficult one, but how would you answer the most boring question? How are you in a fun way? So you on mute, sir.
How are you in a fun way?
Yes, sir.
All right. Right. Yesterday I posted a LinkedIn post on the day of World Compliments Day. And the quote, on my table diary was, it's not important that where you are standing, but what is important is in which direction you are moving. And so when, my friends and others, my course-mates and people who know me, they know me as a person who is constantly on the move. And I find myself occupied with a variety of things, variety of activities and various interests. And that starts right in the morning and goes on till late evening. And it's not only on holidays, but even on work days. And especially in work days when I'm in school and with my students and other staff and teachers. So that is how, they know me. That there is something which Colonel Prem would always look at and get people out of their comfort zone and possibly participate and collaborate in getting as well to move forward and do something different from the routine. And, that is what it is. And I don't know. I think I'll have to improve this aspect of humor and element in my personality, maybe. Yeah. So over to you, Ankan. Thank you.
And thank you, sir, for such a take on the topic. And should I ask for next volunteer?
If all are allowed, then I would love to go.
Okay.
Absolutely. But let us do a complete circle first.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So, Swati, even you can participate. And Ankan, we'll make you also participate. so, if you're done with people on our list, we can have Swati.
Okay.
Hmm.
Swati,
Or
are you
someone
ready?
else will have to time me. Or I can do that for myself, no worries.
Okay. So for you, topic is which do you prefer, summer or winter, and why?
I have always been a summer person compared to winters. I know it's a controversial opinion. Anytime I share this with my friends, I get very disgusted looks that how can someone like summers? But winters, I feel, especially in North India, they get too harsh. And when the time is December, January, when there is no sun, there is gloomy fog, and you have cold feet, that make me physically and mentally very uncomfortable, especially the gloominess part when people don't go out and you cannot go out, you have to stay indoors all the time. That said, I am not a fan of either of the two, extreme winters or extreme summers. I am a monsoon person. I love when it rains. I love winter rains as well. So December and January I hate, but when it rains because of western disturbance, it instantly gets better. Everything feels lighter and I enjoy my time and enjoy myself. So yes, neither a winter person nor a summer person. Summer slightly better, but overall I think I would say monsoon it is for me. Back to you, Toastmaster Uncle.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swati. It was a nice take. And on this particular topic, every opinion is a controversial opinion, somehow or winter. And so moving on, who is the next one?
Ankan, I think we can give you a topic now.
All right.
Anybody who would want to give a topic to Ankan?
Yes, I would love to, ma'am.
Sure,
So,
sure.
Ankan, for you, the topic is failure to success. Failure to success. Over to you.
Failure to success. All right. So uh, I remember last year I weigh around 80 kg or 85 kg. I went to that level and I was almost, and I started working out during that time. But I was never consistent with it, neither with my working out nor with my diet. So I was sure that I'm not going to come down to my ideal weight, which should be around 65. And there used to be a break for 3 months, even for 5 months, where I'll not work out and will not continue with my diet, will control my diet. So, and I was almost sure that it's going to fail. But somehow, once I was scrolling down through my old pics or my college pics, and I felt really ashamed of myself when I saw how I used to look back then and what I have become now. And that was the tipping point, I guess. And from there, I made a point that no matter what, I'll be working out every day and I'll be controlling my diet. I even today I slip on my diet. I have whatever I want to. I eat junk in a smaller amount, in smaller quantity, but I work out every day. Even if it's in the middle of the night, I sometimes go to gym at 10 or 11 p.m. at night. But I do work out every day. And now I have come down to my weight. It's around 67, 66, something like that. So that's what my path has been from failure to success. That's it. Thank you. Uh, so moving on.
Uncle, Uncle, actually, you made us feel ashamed. Actually, 80 I thought was good. Actually, no. And now that you have set a new benchmark of 65, I don't know how would we reach there.
I haven't is 65 yet, but it's 67 to 68.
Okay, all right. Just on a lighter foot, actually.
Yeah. So, thank you for your
Yes,
compliment.
and just to inspire you guys a little more, Colonel Prakash is proposing cycling, and he's just returned from cycling. That's what I got as a ping from him. So there's a lot of inspiration around. We just need to catch onto it like a magnet.
Yeah, that's good actually.
Yes. Okay, so we can take two more topics, Ankan.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think Seema wanted to do double up. Yeah.
yeah. So your topic is, I have to find, what is something you have tried but would never do again?
Life is a roller coaster ride, and we all have our ups and downs. Life tests us from the core, and sometimes we stumble on things where we don't want to be. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, there was a time in the year of 2023 when things were not at all in my favor. I was working with a school. The name of the school was Venkateshwar International, which is situated in Dwarka Sector 10. And I had been a personality development and speech and drama mentor at that point of time. Because we are known by our work only, because we were external trainers and mentors. So, what happens in order to prove the management, in order to prove everybody, sometimes we forget to be the one we are, rather, we try to please the world. I saw everybody doing the wrong, and already it had been 8 years with the organization where I did not get the recognition even after doing my best of the best work. And eventually I thought of everyone is doing wrong, let me also do it. But down the line, trust you me, that one thing that I did looking at everybody, like I shouted at children, students, and then I felt so bad deep within that how could I behave like that? Because I got the opportunity because of them only. How could I forget universe is watching me? I teach all my students to be honest, to follow the path of truth, to be their best versions, and I forgot that. Trust you me, on that day, I decided to leave the organization. And I left the organization and I promised myself I would never ever do things which I see all around me just to please the eyes of the world. Rather, I want to be the hero in my life. I want to be happy with myself. And I want to say to my inner self that, hey, whatever happened, I lived my life through my values and I believe in universe. So see, now I have another job. Things keep coming and going, but we should not forget ourselves. Over to you, the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Seema, Toastmaster Seema. That was really nice take on the topic. So, who is next? You haven't gone through Toastmaster Deepti.
Okay. Catch me on this spot, huh? All right. Yes.
So, your topic would be, what is your hidden talent?
Well, I am an open book, and I'm a keen learner. So the word talent might not really suit me well because I keep learning and I keep doing. And I love doing both these things, the learning part and the doing part. And when I do, I make sure the world also knows. So my Insta handle, my WhatsApp status are always updated with whatever I do, whether it is standing on the stage doing an MC role, or it is about conducting a team mod or being a team mod, or it is about simply sitting down and drawing a mandala. I show it all. And I show it all not to let others know that here, this is what I do and I have done. I do it so that if I can inspire any 1% of people who are looking at these social media handles, then I'll be done. Because I myself got inspired from somewhere else, inspired from people who are actually doing what they're doing in the way they're doing it. So, no, Ankan, I don't have any hidden talent. Whatever I have is out there, put to the world. And that is how I'd like to continue doing and learning. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepthi. I think it's fine to not have any talent either, which I am fine with it. So, uh, moving on, who will be the next person?
I think we are done, and we are good on time also. So it's 11:39, 40 in a minute. We can call it a close, unless there's somebody who wants to do a round two, like Seema did it. Vanna wants to go ahead. Ankan, take it away.
Yeah, sure. So, Toastmaster Vanna, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, your topic would be what food would be at your ideal picnic? Toastmaster Vanna.
Yes.
Should I repeat?
No, no, thank you so much. Everyone want to have the food they like the most in the picnic. And if I say about me, I have been changing or changed my favorite food from time to time. When I was young, I used to like noodles a lot. I used to I like to have food in the hotel or restaurant so much that if somebody could ask me at night, I'm always ready to have food in the restaurant. Nowadays, I really feel to have food of homemade food. Like my favorite is roti chapati. And one more thing, um, my most favorite thing is green chilies. That too, very hot chilies. In Assam, we get Naga mirchi, it is called. It's the hottest in all over world. I like the most that chili. And also sometimes I have craving for chili at night also. At that time also, I just have something and have that those chilies. So you can now understand. In picnic, I really want to have more chilies with my homemade food. That is puri, aloo sabji, potato, vegetable, and puri. I believe if we take puri and uh, crispy potato sabji vegetable with us, it it is very safe and we don't get any dirty things like it can be safely have in the picnic without much effort to cook there, or we can spend more time just having fun with or playing games or roaming here and there in that picnic place. So I can urge you all just to taste that puri and aloo fried potato in the picnic with onion and green chilies. What do you say, table topic master?
Thank you, Toastmaster Vanna. And I remember tasting northeastern chili once, and it really burned me down. so, so that's it. I think for today. Back to you, Toastmaster Deepthi.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ankun. I think the variety of topics that we had today, they're all food for thought. So while my mouth is watering for food, Okay, I'm keen on thinking or enjoying the rains today, and all sorts of things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share a Google form on the chat so that you can vote for the best table topic speaker according to you. And let me call it out clearly that guests are more than welcome to vote using the form. So go ahead. We'll quickly do a 1 minute timing, Swati, for everybody to vote. I hope the form is accessible. All right, Seema gives me. Yes, thank you, Swati. Thank you. What a colorful chart I'm getting. With everybody encouraging everybody else. Lovely.
Hi, Dipti ma'am. 1 minute is over.
All right. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, everybody. All right. This segment is about opening the floor to questions. So in case you have any questions that you want to ask about Toastmasters, please feel free. All of us can unmute and ask and contribute to the answers. The floor is yours to everybody. Yes, Colonel Prakash.
Dipti, I wanted to actually clarify these pathway and then the levels.
Hmm.
Pathway possibly is my presentation, something skill,
Mastery. Hmm.
level 2 which I have done, but I'm not very clear. Possibly one will have to go through the website and then check out, and then how to go about. And so that is where I need little help for.
So, sure. So, Colonel Prem, just to narrow down your question, so are you facing a challenge in accessing the website and the pathways and marking your speeches when
I'm
they are
not
done?
challenged. Possibly I have not given it,
A
enough
try also.
go
Okay,
through.
so that is not your question.
And so that is where, and various level that one has to go through. So one is, let's say if I know the pathway, and then how many, there are 4 levels that one has to go
There
through.
are 5. So allow me to share my screen. I have a slide that can give you a little more clarity.
Also, that preparing the
Hmm.
an objective of that, prepared speeches and things. So I did have that. I think once I had filled that form and then given to the mentor or to the evaluator. So one will have to just spend a little time, I suppose, then.
Yes, I suppose so too, Colonel Prem. You'll probably have to just browse through the website once. What I will do is I will raise a request in the EC committee and ask them to conduct a session or a walkthrough of the Toastmasters website. I
Mhm.
think that will be of benefit to everybody.
Right,
So
right.
how to log in, where to access the base camp,
Mhm.
right? And how to mark. So just spending some time. And when we do it as a group activity, I think doubts get cleared faster. So I will note it as an action item for the EC of both the clubs to do a walkthrough of the pathways. We've done sessions like these in the past.
Okay.
So we'll do that.
Right. Thank you.
Noted. Yes.
And within that session, would we also
Hmm.
talk about, because this is what at least I want to know,
Hmm.
what should be the first, pathway
Hmm.
that somebody should look for? I mean, from the recommendation perspective, not that,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm aware that
Hmm.
you can choose any pathway, but
Hmm.
what should be the right, pathway that somebody should look for as a
Hmm.
starting,
Absolutely. So, Kapil, interestingly, Toastmasters has an assessment form. Okay.
Okay.
So any new member who joins and gets access to the Toastmasters website with their login credentials, they can attempt an assessment
Okay.
based on which it automatically proposes the best pathway that you should choose.
Okay.
Okay, so the pathway for Colonel Prem is presentation mastery. The pathway for me is motivation.
Okay.
Anybody else here who has a different pathway? Ankan, Swati, Lavina,
I have presentation mastery. Yeah.
you have
Earlier, I
present.
had visionary communication. Earlier,
Okay.
right now I have
Hmm.
I
art.
do have presentation mastery.
Earlier, I
Hmm.
had visionary.
I have
Okay.
Um,
leadership skills and
All right. See, so
Right.
you see that couple? There are a
Yeah.
couple of us who have different pathways. So,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So, mine was a result of my assessment. So, Lavina and you guys, Seema, did you do the assessment and then get different results, or you made a conscious decision
No,
in
first,
choosing the pathway?
like you said, first assessment, then it showed 2 to 3 pathways, out
Hmm.
of which, as per my requirement, I chose
Chose.
visionary communication. Now the second time, the second pathway is presentation mastery. So it's like first you go through the assessment, then it will suggest you 2 to 3 pathways. Then as per the requirement, one can go ahead and
Okay.
choose one of them, right?
And just a follow-up question on that. So I see that multiple pathways, right? We have a group of
Hmm.
people having multiple pathways. So
Hmm.
is it a kind of a normal that we have different, I mean, people, a group which has multiple pathways, but how do they kind of converge into one
Hmm.
platform?
Yes, yes, yes. It is normal.
Okay.
I just want to open that PPT. I had it in front of me in the morning.
Sorry if my questions
So,
are too basic,
no,
actually.
no, no, no.
Just want
Nothing
to-
is too basic, Kapil. It's absolutely fine. And oftentimes we realize that what somebody else is asking was a question in my mind too. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's perfectly fine. I just want to look up for that PPT. And anyways, we are asking anything. You can ask any question, not a problem. Okay, while I look for that PPT in parallel, is there any other question that somebody wants to ask?
Do we have these recordings also available at some?
Absolutely, all of
Okay.
them on YouTube. Yes,
Okay.
I'll share the link. Hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Um, so Deepti, I had a
Yes, yes,
small question.
Lavina.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think I had attempted the icebreaker speech long, long back.
Hmm.
I did not get it updated on the portal,
Okay.
and plus post that I haven't had a go, in delivering any speeches. So
Okay.
there has been a long gap, and
Hmm.
still I am thinking required for me to be, back into action in terms of following the pathways, speeches, and
Hmm.
closing out the levels and everything. So I guess it is absolutely fine, or should I
Yes.
just? Okay.
Yes, it's absolutely fine. Um, so basically what happens is a lot of us forget to log in and update our the speeches or the projects that we are done with on the Toastmasters website. It is perfectly normal. Okay, only thing is that keep saving your evaluation forms. Okay, and that is what I think we've started doing very religiously in the meetings now, that people who deliver speeches also receive filled out evaluation forms from their evaluators. Okay, So if you have a filled out evaluation form somewhere in your archives, in your dumps, you can go ahead, upload them as and when you complete the project. Okay. And you can do that at one go. Having said that, doing it simultaneously basically helps the club also achieve its goals. Okay. So every club, and then these goals are rounded off for the area, for the division, and then for the district. So it is a good practice. But what I hear, the unspoken thing is that we definitely need a refresher on the Toastmasters website because it has changed and it has become more convenient. So, but yes, convenience comes after clarifying confusion. So, yeah, so maybe I will, I'll definitely propose doing a walkthrough. But what I'm also thinking aloud with you guys is that we can do one of our Toastmaster of the Day sessions as a Toastmasters website walkthrough, and everybody can log in. We have usually have time enough, so I think we can do that too. Okay, what I wanted to show you guys is this slide. This is actually not the one that I really wanted to show, but here's the one. I hope my, okay, we have Anusha joining us. Awesome. Okay, so these are the 11 pathways that you can choose from, Kapil, to your point. Okay, most of us are with presentation mastery, but a few of us are with or have been with visionary communication, motivational strategies, engaging humor, right? And the first pathway is free. It comes with the Toastmasters membership. The second pathway is what you can buy at a price of $20. Okay. So some of us are doing our second pathway also after
Right.
completing our first or in parallel. Okay. That is how people also do it at times. And each of the pathways, okay, this is the educational curriculum that Toastmaster has. So pathway is the educational curriculum. Every curriculum or every pathway has this basic structure. There are 5 levels. Each level has multiple projects. Okay. So level 1 is the first and the basic level. You have an icebreaker speech. This is the only speech for 4 to 6 minutes. Okay. Others are mostly between 5 to 7 minutes. And there are some projects in level 4 or 5 which are longer ones, which are from 15 to 20 minutes. And they'll throw challenges at you. Okay. Like, what if you have a disruptive audience? Okay. So then you have to plot that. You will ask a few of your fellow Toastmasters to disrupt your speech, and you will handle that speech live in front of the audience. Okay. So this is how you basically accomplish, and it is a linear path. Okay. So you complete level 1, 2, 3, and then reach to 4. Okay. You cannot jump levels. Here you see path specific projects. Path specific project means if your pathway is motivational strategies, you will have a project which will talk about motivation or strategies that are related to that specific path. If it's about leadership, there will be topics or projects that you have to do about leadership. So this is how the framework is designed. And this is how you actually differentiate between one pathway and the other.
Yeah.
Help?
And yeah, thank you. And generally, what is the, I mean, for us to, kind of go through all the levels, what is generally the
Mm.
time? Is it 3 months,
Time?
6 months, 9 months?
Yes. So see, we have 4 meetings in a month. Okay.
Right.
You can give 4 speeches in a month, right? But usually we are not able to do that. We are preparing for a speaking, and then that that feel to perform in the other roles is
Right.
equally infectious. So it takes a
Okay.
little longer. Okay.
Right.
So having said that, on an average, we have around 15 projects that need to be done to call a pathway
To
over.
be completed. Okay.
Yes, yes. Okay. Or maybe it's a little more than 15 is what I am thinking. 5, 3, uh, 6, 7, 8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, it's a little more than 15. Okay.
Okay.
So then we can do the math. So that is the least time that you can do it in. But I
Right.
haven't been able to finish off or take off my level 4 yet. And I've been a Toastmaster since 2020 October. So
Yeah.
I I am the other
And
extreme.
yeah, I mean, we all have multiple obligations, right? I mean,
Yes,
day-to-day life
yes,
and all those things. So I
yes.
understand. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes. Okay, let me give all of you a very nice thing that happened recently. Um, I was completing my level 3 forms or formalities on the Toastmasters website where I saw an email icon which said that you can inform whoever you want to inform that you are done with level 3. And out of curiosity, I clicked that email icon. Okay, it asked me a recipient address and the name. Um, I sent it to myself, my official address, and I said it. I gave the standard line which says to whomsoever it may concern. Let me show you what happened. There was magic, something that I had not imagined. It's a recent feature that Toastmasters has done. So what happens is when you do something like this, an automatic email is triggered. Okay, I'm sharing my screen to show you the format of the email. Okay, I did it very recently, Feb 22nd, to whomsoever it may concern. And I got an auto-generated email from Daniel Rex, the CEO of Toastmasters, beautifully written. It is about motivational strategies. Okay, the path that I'm doing, a quick summary of what is it that I'm learning until level 3. Okay, so that the person who's receiving it actually values the effort that you've put in receiving or achieving level 3. Okay, and it's signed, digitally signed. Okay, this is what I received. It came as a surprise, and it was more like a kurafat from my side. But then I decided to forward it to my manager. Okay, that's my manager. And as luck would have played it, she forwarded it to my skip level manager. Okay. And both of them acknowledged me in not only in the email, but also in a team meeting, once a month team meeting that we usually have. So the point is that Toastmasters is being recognized as a forum across the globe in all your organizations. Go ahead, enroll, do it, feel free. That is what my 2 cents would be.
Yeah.
Okay, more questions. If you don't have, let me ask you guys. How do you make time for Toastmasters? It's 2 hours on a Sunday. Colonel Prem, how do you make time for Toastmasters?
Very difficult. I have to start early and do my cycling, and I have to cut on means reduce my timing. So I had to, stop over at my course mate's place. So he had laid out, complete that breakfast. But I told him I have to get back home by 10:30 or before that. So
Oh, so we made you miss the opportunity.
end up, like last time I mentioned. So last time I did 50 kilometers. So today I could do only 40. And so yes, so then we will compensate in the
Yeah.
day.
But
Do
yeah,
with people and learning.
yes, yes, Colonel Prem. So I also see that you made Toastmasters your priority. Um, and that is the reason why you probably decide to miss a sumptuous breakfast and trade it for the learning or the immersive nature that this platform offers to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So we do need to make time. There's a dialogue by Anil Kapoor. Uh, I don't remember which movie, but he says, time को बनाना पड़ता है, time निकालना पड़ता है. So that is how I see it. Um, how do others make time for a Toastmasters meeting? Anybody who wants to share?
Well, ma'am, I would say for me, reason is all of you. Because in my life, I really need people who show me the way. Because as we become the surrounding, so I'm afraid my surrounding I don't appreciate at all. And I need givers in my life because I want to myself be a giver too. So yes, indeed, in order to lead the life, we are leading it somehow, but in order to add to oneself and to remind ourselves the value system that we possess, that yes, we are meant to give, we are meant to give, but then in order to fight against everybody, sometimes we do tit for tat. So I keep coming back at the same time, learning from everybody, and then of course participating and learning the lessons. Like I really appreciate the fact that the way you gave the chance even to the Toastmaster also. We often tend to forget the person who gives the topics, but then you made sure that everyone should get the chance. So like we don't follow only the words, we follow the actions. So I truly
Yes,
appreciate that.
that's true.
And as I
Thank you.
role models are meant to be followed, and in order to have that, real role models are required. So I come here for that because I want to be the best. So
Absolutely, Seema. Yes, truly, that is awesome. And like Ashish said a while ago, that if the why is clear, the how appears. And that is the main reason how. I asked Mohit what makes him continue with Toastmasters. And let me tell you, he's been a Toastmaster for more than 11 years now. So, yes, and he's played all roles in the EC. He's been uh, let me say all good things about him so that he knows that I I actually shared it all. So he's but jokes apart, he's been a district level ISC champion just about 2 years back. So he's done it all, but he still wants to continue being at Toastmaster. So I asked him in the morning to give me 3 reasons why you want to continue, and he gave me 5. So the first reason he said was that you gain what is he asked me, he said, what is the topmost trait of the industry leaders? Okay, what is the soft trait that all industry leaders have in common? Do we know?
Communication.
giving more than they get.
Okay, but that's not the answer that I'm looking for. Yes, Colonel Prakash.
Deepti.
I was saying
Yes.
communication.
Communication.
Communication. Okay. Okay. Hi, Sudeshna. Yes, communication. Well, the answer that I got from Mohit is that self-awareness. So
Yeah.
yes. So he says Toastmasters actually gives you an opportunity to be self-aware. And that is what brings out the leader in you. So the first reason for him continuing is the fact that he's becoming more self-aware, and in his own right, he's becoming a leader whom he looks up to. The second is he says that it is the best teacher because here we openly share, we are vulnerable, we share from our learnings. Where do the speeches come from? They come from our heart, from our own life stories, whether it is in a prepared speaking section or in the table topic. And we learn best when we learn from the experiences of others, and they're most genuine. So the third reason he gave me was that it's the best asset that you can have. The asset is in mindfulness. You're spending 2 hours with mindful people. And anyway, as we know that you're the average of 5 people you hang out with. So we're hanging out with amazing people for at least 2 hours in a week. That is what defines our company. The third thing, or the fourth thing he said, was that Toastmasters um, leaves you with free time. And I'll tell you how. He says that the kind of network you develop here frees you of the initial investment or the hard work that you need to do in finding out. So, for example, that advocate story, all that um, hard work in finding out and honest advice was saved. We just called our Toastmaster friend, seeked advice with him. Done, dusted. So Toastmasters helps you make time. And at the end of it all, what Mohit said blew me away. He said Toastmasters is not for you. It is for the people who will come in contact with you, because you learn to develop your interpersonal relationships with them. When you give, you're actually taking that out to your personal life, sharing feedback with your kin, with your close ones, in a format that will be accepted. You yourself, when you're receiving evaluations, you become open to receiving feedback. So those were his 5 pointers why he wants to continue staying with Toastmasters. With that, I would like to now call upon Swati, our general evaluator, so that she can evaluate our meeting today. Over to you, Swati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. What a lovely, inspiring, and informative meeting we had today. Thank you so much for that. And now it is time to evaluate the same, starting with the timers report. So gladly, everyone today spoke within time limits. There was no disqualification, and we only had table topics. There was no prepared speech segment. Toastmaster Seema, first time when she took up the table topic, she spoke for 2 minutes 28 seconds. Second time, 2 minute 23 seconds. Kapil spoke for 2 minute 5 seconds. Lavina, 1 minute 44 seconds. Megha, 1 minute 34 seconds. Vandana, first time, 2 minute 18 seconds. And second time, 2 minute 9 seconds. Toastmaster Prem spoke for 1 minute 45 seconds. I spoke for 1 minute 16 seconds. Ankan for 1 minute 36 seconds. And Deepti for 1 minute 54 seconds. So that was the timers report. And now I invite Toastmaster Lavina to present her both our counter and grammarians report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swati.
Yes.
Just a moment. Yeah. So from the perspective of accounting, I guess so Toastmaster Seema's speech was mostly clean. I could encounter few repetitive words like so and the. Moving on, Toastmaster Ashish was quite fluent and only a couple of which words I could find. Toastmaster Kapil had few mentions of words like then a lot of repeated use of the phrase kind of and I think and you know. Moving on, Toastmaster Prem had a few uses of the word so and few synonyms. Toastmasters Deepti had a lot of speaking time throughout the meeting and a lot of uhs and ums, a few so's, uh, almost 5 to 6 so's, and a couple of you knows. For Toastmaster Ankan, I could find the word so being used repeatedly. And moving on, I think I have Toastmaster Vandana. I could not really hear very closely, so apologies for that. I think that would be my counter report. Over to you, Toastmasters Swati.
Thank you, Lavina. And now it's time for the general evaluation report, starting with the time. We started well on time. It started at dot 10:35, and also now we are ending on time. So even though we did not have the prepared speaker, there was no evaluation for the prepared speech. Still, it's not that we had a very short meeting and now we are sitting idly. So thanks to Toastmaster Deepti, the meeting was well paced and the time was well coordinated. Next is SAA. Toastmaster Megha, I think she did a great job. She had a warm and welcoming tone. She had a very vibrant, positive smile on her face. She laid down the rules very clearly. And yes, the meeting was well begun thanks to Toastmaster Megha. She did a very good job. And Toastmaster Deepti took the role of presiding officer in the absence of Deeptendu sir and Mohit sir, and she made the important announcements related to area contest, oration, and the guests were welcomed very warmly. I think all those who joined for the first time felt very comfortable, welcomed, and even if they were nervous, they were welcomed very nicely and very amicably by Toastmaster Deepti. And as Toastmaster of the day as well, first of all, loved the theme because Toastmaster has a lot about it. Even the experienced members many a times have many doubts. So I think it was amazing. I love the fact that it started with a presentation. So the theme was called Ask Me Anything, but straight away we did not have to ask questions. We got material to ask questions from, and it was interactive. Almost everyone spoke. They shared what they learned from the PPT from the session, and you also shared a personal story. I know it is very challenging to share a personal story in a room full of people, but you did it very nicely, and I'm sure it made people feel more comfortable. And personally, what I loved most was the bamboo story. I personally related to it because I many times feel that I am still where I started from. Initially, also it was challenging to volunteer for a table topic. Still, it is. So, what is it? Maybe I'm not growing, but the bamboo story made my concepts and thoughts clear. So, thank you for that. I'm going to remember it. So, you brought great energy. It was well paced. One takeaway, one suggestion for you that when you showed the PPT, it was very fast. So you could have paused for a couple of minutes on each slide and could have given us 2 3 lines. So yes, that was one point of improvement for you. Otherwise, you were perfect. You were amazing. And you also brought Toastmaster Ashish to share his experience, who was very very grounded, very humble, who shared how he started and how he has reached where he is today. And now coming to the tag, the introduction of the roles, Toastmaster Lavina, I think, beautifully explained what she was going to do. It was clear to all the participants. One suggestion for her, first of all, she could have shared the phrase of the day as well. And also the word of the day, unlearned, it wasn't used much. So she could have, in the chat box, she could have reminded the participants to use the word unlearned. But otherwise, she was also very good in her role. And coming to the table topping master, Toastmaster Ankan. So topics, I love the topics. I love the fact that they were not very difficult, not very simple. They were thought provoking. They evoked personal stories, and everyone was able to handle them. So I think the topics were very nicely framed. Suggestion for you would be, for some of the table topics, you could have given a bit more detailed feedback, a takeaway or anything. There was personal comment after every speech, but a feedback could have been better. Also, when table topics are a lot about listening skills as well, but we are in an online meeting. Sometimes because of glitch, the speakers are not able to hear the table topic. So you could have, after the speaker was not able to hear, after second time, you could have written it in the chat box. Otherwise, you did a great job as well. And coming to the tag team reports, I was the timer, and for some of the speakers, I forgot to raise the card, and I raised the card after a delay of a few seconds. For myself also, I spoke for 1 minute 16 seconds. I forgot to raise the card for myself. And report wise, I think yes, Lavina did a great job. She gave a detailed feedback to each and every speaker. She tracked down everything very nicely. So overall, I think we had a very lovely meeting. I loved it. I was the general evaluator for the first time. I had a great time, and thank you everyone. So round of applause for all of us. Back to you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Swati. Well, that was a great, a very honest and a genuine report, I must say. And it did not seem that you were delivering a general evaluator report for the first time. It was very honed. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now a couple of closing remarks. Feel free to reach out to any of us. We are here to help each other, and it's a safety net. So, so in office, you wouldn't want to ask a question to your colleague or peer or manager, okay, or outside in any other community. But Toastmasters is a safety net. Feel free. We don't judge. Nobody judges here. One question which I was expecting and I did not get to hear is about online versus offline or in-person experience meetings. So a lot of people who walk into our meetings as guests, um, they are in that dilemma of whether they want to join an online meeting or an in-person meeting. So, Kapil, for you, there are a lot of clubs which have physical meetings. They block co-working spaces or conference rooms in schools or colleges, or just block a venue somewhere and they meet as a group, and that is where they conduct their meetings. But we do it
Okay.
online. Yeah, we do it online. So here's my 2 cents for everybody. I feel it's more about learning. One, whether online or offline doesn't really make a difference. Yes, offline meetings will provide a more immersive stage experience because you'll be standing in front of the audience and you'll be delivering your speeches. So you'll have shaky legs there, you'll have butterflies in your stomach more than in an online medium. Okay. And you'll also probably build stronger personal connections because you're meeting each other, shaking hands and stuff like that. But let me spill the beans here. I feel in an online club, you are saving time. You're looking up for convenience. You're sitting in the comforts of your home. That's one. Two, you're breaking geographical boundaries. So once you become a Toastmaster member, you can join any club's meeting, regardless of its location. Right now, at this point in time, we have people who are in distributed geographies. Okay. And we have all of them here together joining this one meeting. So geography or distance doesn't really matter in an online medium. And number two, it's the need of the hour. We need to be conversant or comfortable with an online meeting, given the fact that the world is moving towards online conferences. Zoom has become an official platform. MS Teams has become an official platform. So we need to be comfortable in handling these platforms. The confidence just shows, right? So those are my few cents about why I would want to continue with an online medium. Okay, and that's the question that I wanted to cover. See, every time you make time for a Toastmasters meeting, yes, Lavina, you wanted to share something.
Yeah, so I also just wanted to
Hmm.
share around the offline and online thing. So there
Hmm.
is an offline meeting happening very near to my place where I stay.
Hmm.
And I am like 2 months back or somewhere, I wanted to join that very much. And
Hmm.
I thought that I'll get the money note and everything done.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I end up joining the online meeting
You
because
keep
it's
coming
a
back
lot of
home.
time. Yeah, yeah. The
Hmm.
time and the convenience is way much easier because
Yes.
the travel anywhere would take half an hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Any
Absolutely.
given
And like
situation.
we also, Toastmaster Ashish joined from his car. Okay. There are other Toastmasters we often see. I think Colonel Prakash, you also sometimes join from the park or outside your home facility, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have that convenience of an online club. And I really don't see a difference in the quality we make for ourselves. It is more the act of doing it, is what I see. Yes. Um, and we also have an onboarding guide. I just wanted to call it out from my notes. So I'll be sharing that onboarding guide in the guest group also. It's mostly for new members. But having said that, it has a lot of questions that can be answered. Um, and okay, last not the least, there's a very nice analogy that I was given um, when I was being convinced for joining Toastmasters Club, which is that why do you think um, that the IITs of the world, okay, have they run the same curriculum year after year. They have the same professors year after year, okay, but still there is a race to join IITs of the world. Why do you think so?
I believe, ma'am, after the person goes through the process, he or she turns to be a jewel for the market. As a result, he or she becomes financially abundant, at the same time, able to understand his potential and serve the very best. So, in a nutshell, I would say the skill set which a person gets going through IIT is something world wants, and that makes them, universal. So, a lot of benefits. That's the reason.
Absolutely, absolutely, Seema. I would also like to add that the moment somebody gets enrolled in an IIT, there is certain level of confidence that they automatically get by enrolling that space. Toastmasters is the IIT for public speaking. Enroll, initiate your confidence, show up. The more you show up, the stronger you get. That is what my closing line would be. All
Oh,
right, people. Yes.
it was really good, otherwise, Deepti. Thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this. And I really
Absolutely.
enjoyed it. Had a good
More than
last 2 hours.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Kapil. I so wish you could have witnessed a prepared speaker as well. Shivendra, he's a guest speaker, by the way. He's not a member of our club. He wanted an online slot. So we gave it to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he couldn't join. I don't think his power is back. So we hope you get a more full taste of a Toastmasters meeting
Absolutely.
Sunday.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
And yes, I will also publish the Google form for the other role players. Okay, there are two more questions. I'll share the same link, but two
Deepti,
more.
so
Yes,
Toastmaster Deepti, sorry, I think my grammarian report is pending. I will take just 2 minutes to do that.
please. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. The stage is
Okay,
yours, Lavina.
okay.
Hmm.
Thank you. So, throughout the meeting, lots of good usages when we were saying doing the wrong, be their best version, open book, keen learner, and spill the beans, and a lot of strategy and anecdotes throughout the meeting. I could witness, and especially the bamboo story, as I think is gotten stuck with each one of us. I really appreciate the good usages of English over there. Regarding the not so good usages, just few minor things I would like to point out. When we were saying trust you, me, we want to rephrase and we should be saying trust me. When we were saying I say you, we should rephrase and say I will tell you or I must tell you. I should ideally be never used with say. So whenever we are, telling a story or when we want to tell something, we should always say, I'll tell you, or I must tell you, or I would like to let you know. That is also a different phrase to be put here. And I'm really sorry I could not remind users to use the word of the day. And next time I would be prepared for the phrase of the day. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Lavina. Thank you. I consider it very courageous to call out what you just did. Usually, we would just shy away and let things happen the way they were. So, thank you for calling out your report. Okay, we will take care of not missing out reports or the effort put in next time onwards for sure. Seema, is there something that you want to share?
Not to share, but to re-ask the question. Actually,
Hmm.
like you were talking about the three whys or things. Uh,
Hmm.
Mohit sir, you talked what was the second one? Like first was self-awareness. What was the second thing?
Let me refer to my cheat sheet. So, first one is self-awareness. The second is that it's the best teacher. So you learn from others' experiences. And the third is the best asset, mindfulness.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Rest I have. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. With that, let me declare the best table topic speaker for today. The best table topic speaker for today is the dinosaur, Lavina.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Very nice. All right. The best auxiliary role player for today is our timer, Swati. Thank you for doubling up as a timer today. And let me also appreciate the fact that she saw that I was handling too many roles, and that is where she stepped in. So thank you, Swati, so much. The best role player is the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. Um, but we also have uh, equal or appreciation for the general evaluator, Swati. So way to go. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're at 12:30. Thank you all for participating. A lovely session today. See you around in the virtual space.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
guys.
you, Kapil. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.